Hello, third graders. I thought before I started our lesson on perimeter, I would show you some beautiful flowers and perhaps you might be able to come up with some kind of word problem that has to do with these flowers. Or a math equation or something to that effect. All right, well, we've done area, so now we want to look at perimeter. We started talking about perimeter last week also. And to review, I know if I'm looking on the inside, that's where I'm measuring my area, okay? And what I would do for area, I would make my equation 20 feet times 10 feet, that's the other side length, equals, and if I do my multiplication, 20 times 10, 20 feet times 10 feet. Well, a little multiplication trick. Since there is a 0 here, I can just bring that 0 right down here. And I can continue multiplying. And 1 times 0 is 0. And 1 times 2 is 2. So 200 square feet. And that's my area. That is what's inside because I multiplied this side length times this side length. So my area equals 200 square feet or 200 feet squared. And we talked about that means exactly the same thing, whether it's square feet or feet squared. We're talking about the area inside, and both of these are correct answers. Okay, so area is on the inside. Now let's talk about perimeter. We said area is where the dog buries his bone, and we established that I really can't draw a very good dog. Well, that looks more like a cat. I'm not sure. Okay, well, there's my version of a dog. How about that? Okay, this is his tail. Yeah, he still looks a little human. I think we'll just move on. So in area, that's where the dog buries his bone, okay? But perimeter, we talked about how this is the dog's area, and outside of the area is our perimeter. Remember, I walked around the classroom and I walked from wall to wall and said if I would hang a string there, how much string would I need as I was walking from each corner of the room to the next corner. I was walking from here to here and from here to here, and then I walked from here to here and back up here. Okay, and how much string I would need to put around the room if I wanted to decorate all the way around the room. Okay, and we call that perimeter when we're going on the outside of a shape. And you might remember that we talked about the dog is the area inside, and because my dog is inside the backyard, if there are any stray cats, they are usually walking along the fence. They don't come in the dog's area. And we said that's because that's perimeter, where the cat is. And unfortunately, I'm a little bit better at drawing a cat. Okay, that's a little bit better cat. Okay, so for perimeter, we talked about how I want to add, because I walked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I add all of those steps or all of those feet to get my perimeter of how much string I would need it to be able to hang the string all the way around the room. We're not multiplying it because that would be the inside, and we don't want string all over the room. We just want to hang the string on the outside of the room. So here, I know that this is labeled 10 feet. Well, this is a rectangle. And down here, I know that this side length is going to be equal to this side length. So I'm going to label that 10 feet. Then I'm going to label, this is 20 feet. I know that the other side, directly across, is also 20 feet. So now I can add all of my side lengths in order to find the perimeter. Okay, so it's going to look, we're going to add 20 plus 10. So 20 feet plus 10 feet. And another 20 feet plus 10 feet. Plus 20 feet plus 10 feet plus 20. Let's see, we have 20 feet plus 10 feet, 20 feet plus 10 feet. That's all I need. I went too far. Okay, so I have two 20s and two 10s. Now make sure if you're writing feet, make a space between the feet and the plus sign so that you know that this is not a T. Because as you can tell, it's kind of hard to tell. So make sure that you make a space in between. So we have 20 feet plus 10 feet plus 20 feet plus 10 feet equals, and what I can do is I'm going to line them up. I'm not going to try to add anything horizontally. So 20 feet and 20 feet and 10 feet and 10 feet. This way I'm showing my work. So all these zeros, right feet, 2, 4, 5, 6, 60 feet. And remember we talked about it's not square feet because it's not on the inside of the shape. We didn't multiply. So it's just feet. We're just adding all the way around. Remember we said perimeter is plus, okay, to remember that. And area, we think of it as array, and we know that we multiply an array. So those are some ideas to help you keep the difference between what area is and what perimeter is. The cat walks along the perimeter. This is the dog's area. We know the dog buries the bone. X marks the spot. That means we multiply. And we add all the way around because the cat's taking step, 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 step. Okay, we don't want the inside of the area. All right, that is area and perimeter for the night. See you tomorrow.